Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today we're going to do something fun. This is going to be from our playlist, Zollin's Opinion. Alright, so you guys know that one thing where they have celebrities sometimes like answer questions on Google about things. Well, we're going to do it not about me, obviously, because I'm not a celebrity, but we're going to do it about Lotro today, my friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day in Middle-earth. So what I did is I said, what engine does Lotro use? And then, of course, it says people also asked, and it brings up all these things. So I'm going to go through these with you. I'm going to tell you the ones that are right, and from my knowledge of stuff, and the ones that are, I've read a couple and I was laughing because they're just totally hearsay and just not true. Again, guys, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Don't always believe Google. Don't even always believe what I say, right? Like, I appreciate that you guys respect my opinion, and I do know a lot about Lotro and things, but again, take things with a grain of salt, you guys. Look other stuff up. Look up other sources, okay? But again, let's have some fun with this. Let's talk about some things. I'll give you some of my thoughts on all these different things, and then we'll go through them one by one. All right, so again, first thing, what engine does Lotro use, okay? What pops up right here, all right? Well, according to this, it's Havoc, which I believe is true. It was designed by an Irish company, and it was bought by, back in the day, by Intel. Very, very cool. Okay. Well, again, a lot of people would see this and they'd be like, oh my gosh, Lotro. Guys, the game looks great. They've done so much with the game. Just because an engine is a lot older and it's not Unreal Engine 4 or 5 or all these other things, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to look terrible, right? And it doesn't. Lotro has a great art style. It's a great game. I love it. So there's my first opinion on that. And again, be civil in the comments, guys, but you can agree to disagree or agree with me. That's fine. But I am totally down with that. But we'll keep going here. When did Lotro go free to play? All right. Well, original free to play, right? I've already done videos on the revamp this last year at the time of this video. But the original free to play started and launched on September 10th, 2010 in North America. After a delay in Europe, free to play went live on November 2nd. All right. During the following 6 months for the company, reported triple revenues for the title. Again, you guys, free to play makes more money sometimes because if you can have more people want to come play because it's free to play, yeah, the majority of them might not be buying stuff, but the ones that do might increase your revenues, right? As we see in the new platforms with video games in general, free to play is far more desirable, right, than other games. But again, very, very cool. And again, their free-to-play system was also one of the best implemented back then in 2010. There was nothing that competed with it. It was the best one. It was a real free-to-play system back then too, especially when you compare it to all other games at that time. Now, of course, with our free-to-play systems now, in this day and age, and the time of this video, 2022, it was lacking. So what they did was, what did they do? They basically did a revamp that is epic. The revamp for the free-to-play is even better. It's so good. So again, if this is a time to play Lotro, you guys, if you find this video. And of course, do like and subscribe if I earn it. I do a lot of Lord of the Rings content. This is a very unusual, fun thing for a different playlist than my normal stuff, where we do voiceovers and guides and other Lord of the Rings content. It's not just Lotro. We do lots of stuff on this channel. Who developed Lotro? Well, Turbine originally was the owners and developers of the game, you guys, but now Standing Stones is. I believe Standing Stones, Turbine was very excellent at the beginning. Near the middle of the and the end, it kind of seemed like either they were low staffed or they weren't quite into it as much. And then when they moved it to Standing Stones, I do know off the top of my head that a lot of the team members who really loved the game from Turbine went to the Standing Stones team. The people who were really in charge of Lotro, like doing stuff with whether it be stories and lore and, you know, graphics and stuff, they moved to Standing Stones. So a lot of the people who originally loved the game in Turbine moved. So basically it was just new management, right, with the team and stuff. But Standing Stones has been doing a fantastic job. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, another question. Did Lotro shut down? Oh my gosh, guys. Those are worrying. Now, this is one that I kind of laughed at just a little bit, okay? The Lord of the Rings Online worries and fearful concerns about the Lord of the Rings Online shutting down for good because the game devs and hosting company has decided to pull the plug. This is completely, the term is fake news, you guys, okay? Now, granted, this was back in May. I don't know who wrote this or where Google pulled this out of what thing, but this is not true at all. Lotro is at one of its biggest points right now in 2022, and it is growing, you guys. There's been a couple really big spikes in its history and lulls, right? Like any game or MMO, but Lotra's at a big one right now, and the devs are obviously, and the hosting company is obviously not, because it was repurchased by things, and they are hiring staff right now, and it is growing greatly. So this is a false one. But again, I thought it was kind of funny, so I chuckled when I read it. Is Lotro still relevant? Ooh, is it? Is it? Well, I believe so, because there's a lot of you here with me on my community, so it's definitely relative. Not relative, relevant. Yes, I like this. Lotro, the Lord of the Rings Online isn't a niche. Yes and no on that. Granted, I am a player who plays it, so I might be a little biased on that. It's a niche, but it's a niche if you're someone who likes original MMOs too. And I would say you're a niche if you're someone that likes Tolkien. And I don't think that's niche, because I have met very few friends who don't like Tolkien content in my life. Like, for every 100 people I've met, maybe 5 are like, I don't know what, 5 or 10 are like, I don't know what Tolkien is, or I don't really like it. Rarely do I not like Tolkien. That is so unusual in any circle of life of people I've met, right? I'm sure you guys are in the same boat as that. But one of the games has deliberately created... Okay, anyway. As a result, even after 15 years, the title is alive and kicking and better than ever, which I completely agree with that statement. The second part makes no sense. Someone had a little bit of... at least if you don't expect a good MMO. Okay, Lotro is a fantastic MMO. Maybe that's what they mean. Maybe but by good, they mean it's fantastic. It's not just good, it's fantastic. That's what I would like it to mean. But this seems like someone who is just a little bit... had their own opinion thrown in there. One of those, yeah. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, I disagree with that. It's a fantastic MMO. It's great. Again, it's not what people are used to now these days with a, these fast-paced MMOs, which, by the way, I've played all of them. So, they're good. Some of them are good, but I always go back to Lotro because I like how it plays, I like how it feels, I like the storylines, I like how the scenery and how it looks. And again, you guys, if it doesn't look good for you, I'm not trying to attack anyone's computers, but my computer is a super monster computer, and it looks fantastic compared to when I played it 15 years ago. I mean, it rivals a lot of games today that come out, right? Not counting if you're trying to make it look super realistic like I've talked about in the past, where, Elden Ring, right? It looks like they're trying to make it look as real as possible with the new engines. Lotra's not trying to do that. They're an art style, right? Again, it still looks a lot better than it used to by tenfold. But, so again, if you're someone who sees it and says, oh, it looks bad, well, you might be looking through a computer. It's like looking through a lens, right? Your glasses are bad. It's not going to look so good. You look through good glasses, you're like, oh, wow, that looks really clear, right? Anyway, moving on. How far can you play Lotro for free? Let's see if it's updated. Oh, they updated it. So this is an updated article. Yes, you can play all the way to 95. And in theory, you can keep leveling. It doesn't cap you. Like some games will cap you and not let you continue to level. You can actually continue to level past 95. You just can't, there won't be regions that are leveled 95 plus that are free. All right, I have a whole video on that. So you go look at my guide videos, my friends, if you were curious about that. And you can play the High Elf race, and the Runekeeper, and the Warden, and the Bjorning class on top of that. Existence for free. Again, huge free-to-play revamp. The game is just awesome. Guys, try it right now if you found this video and you don't know what it is. And also, if you like Lord of the Rings stuff, you can throw me a subscribe if I earned it. How long is a day in Lotro? This is a really good question because I forgot this the other day too, remember? And I finally looked it up. Well, a day in Lotro is 3 hours and 6 minutes long. All right, that means, which is nice about that, again, that's different from, like, let's compare it to like World of Warcraft, right? World of Warcraft is day and night cycle based on what the server is at, like real time, right? 12 hours. The reason they do this in Lotro is so you can actually experience day if you're playing at nighttime and vice versa, which I think is kind of cool, because what if you're someone that always comes home from work all the time and you're like, I just want to play in a daytime filled world of Middle Earth, but it's nighttime every time because you're playing at night, right? That would be kind of lame. So I like it that they have small cycles like this. So anyway, that's a good question. Again, these are frequently asked questions on Google. That's what we're doing right now. All right, that's the title of this video or something. How many players play Lord of the Rings Online? All right, so this is we have an average gain. So this is just in the last few months. This is in 2022. It's way more than this now. Does it have more than this on here? This might be an old article. Again, you can see some major jumps. 62% increase, 42% increase. Again, these are average players, 1,300. Again, this is back in 2022 though. Is there aha, look at this. This is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. There's a whole little thing here. Now this, oh, no, we're getting, no, I don't want your cookies, but I have to continue. So you can see these are average players that log in constantly, peak players, you know, thousands here. Unfortunately, it looks like this only goes back to, oh no, it goes to 2022. Doe definitely has it. Now this is, as you can see, there are some peaks here, right? We have a massive peak right here in 2022, 4,000 players, huge boon right here. You got to kind of take this with a little bit of game companies won't release how many people actually play, so this would probably be data logging in with or who are VIP possibly too as well as free to play. VIP means someone who pays a subscription, so I kind of take this as a grain of salt, but this is still a lot of players. All right, oh my bad, flip back. All right, we're back. It kind of mixed up my things, my ask things, which is a little bit annoying. My bad. But let's keep going. We did that one. We did that one. Who developed? We did that one. That one, which is kind of how much money does Lotro make? This is one we didn't do. Okay. With 41,000 monthly subscribers, was making. Oh wow, that's quite a bit of money. Yearly, pure based on subscription. This is this last year. Wow, that's actually a lot. That's a decent amount of money right there. Again, they're not gonna tell us the exact player base, you guys, and the exact things. Game companies don't want to say that stuff, okay? So this is all estimate stuff, all right? But again, that's a pretty decent amount of money. So, you know, that's a lot. It's 10 million right there. It's a lot of money for here. So, yeah, Lotra's doing pretty good in that area. This is a correct estimate. Again, that is obviously an estimate because it's just, you know, zeros, so they're estimating. Is Lord of the Rings Online canon? Well, no, not all of it. This is, let's see, Lotro stories and events are not canon. Yeah, well, of course not. I mean, you can't play as the main characters in the story in Lord of the Rings. Oh my goodness. They are an interesting parallel story, which which weaves in around the events of Lord of the Rings, which is what I always say. So that's I like whoever wrote this. Allowing players to immerse themselves in Middle-earth once again. Yes, this is a very good answer to is Lord of the Rings canon. There are canon things in Lord of the Rings Online, but no, there are things that aren't going to be. But the thing is, what I like about Lord of the Rings Online compared to other stuff is that they highly respect Tolkien, and they do a very, very good job of not making it canon breaking, right, with what they do. And it's weaving around the original canon of the story is what your character does. You know, you're you helped build a pony, right? You helped later when he left, that kind of thing, right? So it's cool. I think it's pretty cool. Which Nazgul is Talion? Talion becomes a Nazgul. Spoilers. Hope you haven't played the game. Anyway, we're not gonna worry about that. That might not even be totally true. So, how does the Shadow of War fit into Lord of the Rings? These are other things. Again, now we're talking about. I'm not gonna go into that with Shadows of Mordor. Let's Lotro questions. All right, we're gonna do a couple more here. Where is my frequently asked? Let's do what is Lotra's VIP? All right, what does VIP include? Right, I have a whole guide video on this, guys. Becoming a VIP unlocks access to extra benefits, include an inclusive in-game Lotro VIP program offers a game perks, rewards, and more for your account. A great value for the players who want to get the most out of the adventuring Middle-earth. Again, nice little quick thing. I think that's a nice little sum up there, but I have a whole video on that in my guide playlist. Does Lotro VIP include classes? The only classes unlocked by VIP are the monster play classes. No free... Okay, so this is actually super old. This is 2012. I would like to point out that, again, this is why you be careful everything you read on Google, and look at the date as well, you guys. No, free-to-play can now access all the monster players. That is a brand new thing with the revamped free-to-play. I had a video on that already, right? So this is false information, or old, not relevant anymore. What do you keep after VIP Lotro? All right. After downgrading her VIP to premium, this is 2021. This is technically after the thing. All trait slots unlocked, all characters, all slots, swift travels and stables. I believe this is still true, but some of these you just keep no matter what. Now it's free to play because the update happened in 2022. So this might be a little bit irrelevant now. Does Lotro VIP include expansions? Standard versions of Mordor, Minas Morgul, Three Peaks, Studios. Again, these are what you keep now with VIP. It launches Lotra back in 2017. Again, this looks like an updated information. This is good. All right. What do you get for subscribing to Lotro? All right. Hey, here's someone's video here. It's not my video. What? No, just kidding. It's like, dang it. Do you need a subscription for Lord of the Rings Online? No, you don't. It's already free to pay, but MMOs, let's see, when did they split much of its content into paid purchases? The devs announced a month ago that a bunch of additional content would be going free soon. So this is a little old. The update 33 already happened. It has so much now, guys, free to play. So much it's worth it. How do I cancel my Lotro subscription? I have a video on this if you need to know this. Again, there's a little thing about that. Is the writing skill account wide? Writing skills is trained per character unless purchased for the journeyman writing skill trait, which I would highly recommend. This is a very, very good thing. This is good. This is very relevant information. I don't know why I keep saying the other word. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is very good right here. This is a very good ability. It makes all your mounts move at 78% when you have it on, and everyone gets the little pack when you make a new character. It always goes on your character. But otherwise, it is individual. The journeyman writing skill can be purchased from the Lotro store. Again, it's rather pricey. But if you've earned the points, you do earn 500 points every month for being a VIP. So, I mean, this is only, what, after you've played for 6 months, so you have it set up? Or, you know, you could just go ahead and buy it, I guess, if you wanted to. It's up to you. How do I get a Mountain Lotro? First, you must acquire the writing skill. Current VIPs can earn it for free at level 20. Everyone else must buy it in the Lotro store. It is a mere 95 points. It's cheap. So if you don't want to do that journeyman thing, you already have a mount and you just want to be able to ride it, it's 95 points. It's really cheap. After you go to the farm north of Bree, where you can purchase your first mount, costs 500 silver pieces. This is a very good answer to that question. Again, this is very, very clear, very good. I like that. To the point. How do you use Destiny points in Lotro? Destiny points can be earned. These are the things that are in the wallet that I tell you about that I recommend you use for the increased XP on your XP bar, right? I have a whole video on that if you guys are curious. And where did my music go? How dare you go away, my music? Playing as monster play, or by gaining levels. After level 10, you can get 200 points each level, and you can spend those in any way by certain things. Again, this might be old because I'm not sure monster players actually use this anymore. Might be not relevant anymore, this particular one. Again, I wish I could go through and be like, hey, Google, this one's not relevant. This one's not relevant. This one's good. I mean, there might be a way to do that, but I'm not doing that work. I'm not being paid for that. I'm doing this for fun with you guys. What is the max level in Lotro? Well, it should be 140. All right. Yes, that is what it is right now on the regular servers since the newest expansion. This is very good. 140 it is. Can you buy expansions with Lotro points? Yes, you can. While the expansions will be still available in Lotro Market, please note that you will be unable to purchase additional exclusive items to the Lotro store for points. I don't think this answers the question very good. The question is, you guys, can you buy them with Lotro points? Yes, some things you can. Most things have now been given free to you. Up to 95, all of those expansions free to play. If you want to buy next areas with Lotro points, you can, but the very last and newest expansion, like the Fates of Gundabad, I believe you can only buy as an expansion. But if you are a VIP, you'll have that automatically anyway. All right, but I think you might still have to get the newest expansion. All right, that's kind of how, you know, a game makes money at all, right? What level is Yonder, Shire? Well, 20 to 23. That's a good answer. All right. We got a nice little tour video of that if you ever want to check it out on the channel. Is Lotro worth it in 2021? Yes, the answer is yes. Oh, good. They put yes. I like that. Again, this is the same one we read the other time. We already read this. I don't know. How much money does it cost to play Lotro? Standardly fee is $14.99 with 3, 6, 12 months and lifetime discounts available. This is very old because there is not a lifetime thing anymore. That was a thing they offered many years ago, which is fantastic. And people who have it, if you have a lifetime account, you guys, you should use it. You're gonna have so many points on there to use. But something else that is not good about this information that I always tell everyone is if you buy the 3-month pack or any of the other ones, it puts it from being $14.99 a month to $9.99 a month. So for example, it's $29 and something US dollars for 3 months instead of being, you know, 45. So this is true if you're only doing monthly, month to month. I would recommend doing every 3 months, every 6 or every 12 months, because then it's only $10. Whoop. Yes, so I would highly recommend that. What happened to my questions? There they are. All right. We'll go back here and reopen them. It randomizes this. It's so weird. That's okay. Let's do a couple more. How do you level up fast in Lotro? All right. Well, we got one by I believe is this Louis 7? Yeah. Quick Lotro tips. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I also have a video on that as well if you guys want to check it out. So they don't actually say anything. They just link you a video, which is fine because I would recommend. Yes. I have a video on that too as well, but maybe we'll make some more videos on that as well because I think that would help new players out. Is Lotro Alt Friendly? Definitely not alt friendly anymore. What? I don't know who wrote this, but meaning alt friendly meaning having multiple characters like alternates. No, I disagree with this. If you don't have a lot of time on any MMO, then maybe it's not alt friendly to you, right? Because you want to put all your time into one character. But if you're someone who likes to play multiple characters, you can totally do that on Lotro and you have the time. So I'm not quite sure that's a weird Google search and a weird answer. Okay, let's just put it that way. Is there rested XP in Lotro? Yes, there is. Rested XP accumulates it's usually only for VIP, I believe, on a character when the character is logged in on Lotro, entirely extended period of time. Rest XP can be obtained by purchasing Destiny Points perks, which I already talked about. That's separate though than VIP rested XP. They're not explaining that here. By hovering your mouse over the XP meter, you can see the different XPs. Okay, so this is not very well explained. So real quick, there are several kinds of XP, right? There's your regular XP bar, there's the gray, which is the orange, the gray nothing, this is what you haven't completed, and then there's the light blue, which is the purchased XP with Destiny Points, which they're explaining here, and there's the dark blue, which is VIP rested XP, which is a kind of real rested XP, because real rested XP means you log off, you're not on for 10 hours, you get back on, and then you have more XP buff to use. That's from the VIP only, okay? This XP you can purchase, but you can purchase an infinite amount of it, and it will not recharge from rested. This purchased Destiny Point XP. It won't just be there when you get back on. So this is not a good answer, okay? Whoever wrote this and whatever Google grabbed for this question, that is wrong. All right, but I corrected it for you. There you go. Again, this has been kind of fun. I just thought I'd do this. I don't know. I saw it. I was like, I'm going to do this for you guys. Maybe people will find this interesting. Maybe not. That's okay. If you don't like it, I totally understand. That's fine. If you do, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. All right. How do you make money in Lotro? I love it. I got one of my videos as the answer. I promise I didn't know that. That's why I got so excited just now. Anyway, yes, I have a video on this. It's kind of a complicated subject. So how do you make money in Lotro? I gave you some good tips and ways to. Crafting is a good one. Collecting certain rare materials, selling things that are kind of hard to get to, lower level areas of crafting where people don't want to go back and get stuff. Those are all good ways to make money in Lotro. Again, I go through it in that video if you want to go watch that video. There's the title right there. All right, anyway, that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. I promise I didn't know that when I clicked that, that it was going to be my video. How do you power level in Lotro? Oh my gosh. It's my video again. I really didn't know that these were gonna be my videos. This video is it's showing you a spot in my video where I mention how to speed level. I believe I talk about work pens, which might actually be not relevant anymore because they did some updates. So this is one of my oldest. This video is about a year old, from 2021. So I may have to go back and make you guys a new updated video on that. But this video is still relevant to help you leveling if you are curious and a new player and would like to watch that video. All right, so there we go. How do I start playing Lotro? Upon reaching level 10, you unlock monster play. That has nothing to do with how do I start playing Lotro. This is Lotra's version of PvP. Okay, so Google didn't understand the question apparently and decided to pull out something how you start monster play. Yes, I believe it still is. You have to have a level 10 character, but now because of the new free-to-play system, you can play monster play on a free-to-play account. So that's correct at least. All right. Can you skip Moria, Lotro? Yes, you can skip most of it, if not all of it. You can finish lower level quests in Forchel or Region, which is very true. I would recommend this too. Or grind through skirmishes until you are about level 55, and then you can head out to Lothlorien. So yes, you can skip Moria. I don't know why people would skip Moria because it's really, really fun leveling. I actually find it more fun than most places. But that's my opinion. I know some people don't like it. Some people have told me that. But yeah, that's a pretty good, I like this. This is a pretty good answer by Google. Good job, Google. Are there dungeons in Lotro? Unlike most modern MMOs, again, Lotro doesn't have an easy to use, I guess, I guess so. There is a looking for group tool in Lotro, but yes, it isn't quite as good as other games I've played. I will admit that, definitely. But there is one. And I don't know why this is relevant to is there dungeons in Lotro. It's not a good answer, whoever wrote this or why Google found this. This is talking about is there a good system to automatically group people for dungeons or instances. And by the way, to answer this question, which obviously Google is not answering, yes, they're called instances, and they are, and there's also skirmishes, and epic battles and raids, right? So you all know what a raid is. Epic battles are like a story mode instance or dungeon. Instances are basically like, again, they're a dungeon. They're like a story you go through, you fight a boss at the end, several layers, just like any other MMO. And then skirmishes are like a special like checkpoint battling where you have these special characters that help you and stuff that follow you around. So anyway, to answer that, again, I don't really fully agree with this statement up here, but I do understand what they're saying. I used then phased it out while leaving us an instance tool assistant established groups jumping into dungeons for pubs and yeah, this is weird. This is weird what Google pulled out. This doesn't really even make sense, this whole sentence. So we're gonna move on. How do you unlock warg pens in Lotro? Well, this is a good question, because that's the one you can really power level at. Again, this is kind of old, so this might not be relevant anymore, you guys. You can still probably do it, but I'm not sure if they put like a timer on it. But it's a 3-man, starting at level 65, you'll be able to unlock a small fellowship 3-man instance warg pens of Dol Guldur. By queuing for this instance a few levels below your current level, you can quickly solo clear 2 quests in the instance for some good experience, then leave and repeat. This was true back then. I'm not sure. Some people have told me it's not quite as relevant anymore. I'm gonna go check that out. We'll have a video on that maybe later. Maybe when we do the Lotro battle playlist, we'll do that one. How do instances work? Lotro. All right, look at this. This is an older video. I don't even know who this is. Anyway, someone did a little thing on it. Cool. So they basically just link you a video. I like when Google just links you a video. They're like, yeah, we don't really have a real word answer, so we're just gonna link you a video. All right, how do instances work? Well, it's pretty simple, you guys. You enter them as a group, you run through them, you kill things objectives, and sometimes there's some little puzzle or something, possibly, like the Forsaken Inn one. But that one actually has riddles. It's a little harder. But we usually just run through, kill different levels of bosses, you loot the chest, and you walk out the back, right? That's the generic setup of there. How do I start a skirmish? The skirmish panel. This is a good answer. Okay, that's a fine answer, basically. All right. Where does the Black Book of Mordor start? This is a good question. The Black Book of Mordor has a new on-vamp, so if you just want to begin playing the new Minas Morgul chapters, you need to talk to Gandalf, Brimbjorn's lodge in the Vales. Okay, it had his lodge. Okay, cool. That's a good answer. I like that. How do you level up legendary weapons in Lotro? All right. We have another one here by Louis7, I believe. Video it linked. Again, I also have a video on this, but those are good videos. Basically, it's not that hard now, but they kind of level up with you now. So again, this might be not relevant anymore because they redid the legendary weapons. What year is this? It doesn't tell me what year they're. I'm not going to open up to find out. That could be not relevant anymore because legendary weapons kind of level up with you now, and the way you level them up is actually with these little things. You have to reforge them, and it gives them more levels, and then you're able to put some points into them. I have a whole video on that if you guys are curious. How do you get your war steed? In Harwick, talk to this person, Celian, and she gives you your war steed. The Guard of the Gates gives the quest Tournament Field, Mounted Combat Tutorial, which runs you through the basics of mounted combat, gives you love. This is a great answer. Even though it's from 2012, this is still, I believe, the exact same way. So, good. That's a great answer, how you get your war steed. Where can I farm gold in Lotro? Oh, I've seen this person before. This is a really old video, I believe. I think. Is this old? Maybe not. Maybe not. This is another, I forget their name, but it is some Lotro stuff. This could be a good, I could also make you guys a video about this. Where to farm gold. Because I have the money making one, which I kind of explained that in the money video, the same one. But it is a lot of times a good instance will give you lots of gold too, you guys. Can you buy Lotra gold? To enhance your adventure, you can buy Lotra gold or Lord of the Rings online from the... no, guys, don't do this. No. Don't go buy gold. You'll ruin the economy of Lotro. Don't be that person, okay? I condemn this. Don't do this, you guys. Yeah, just there's other ways to earn gold in the game. It kind of just destroys MMOs when people start going and purchasing gold for real money. It makes the in-game economy just blow up. So I would recommend not doing this. The in-game economy is very good in Lotro. So yeah, and you know what? By the way, you guys, find some friends that have been playing for a while. Earn some friends. They'll give you some gold. Okay? I know you don't always want, well, I don't want to just be given stuff. Well, the thing is, it'd be better if a friend that just gave you 100 gold or something than you go and buy gold from a random person online, which is probably not safe anyway. So I'd recommend not doing that. But that is your prerogative, I guess. I do not think it is supposed to be legal, and they might get you might get in trouble from the Lord of the Rings, standing stones. So I would recommend not doing that, and I would never do that. So just don't do that. All right, where do I go at level 40? The path 40 is pretty straightforward. You'll be in the opening zones on Western Breelands from the Lonelands, North Downs if needed, and Evendim. All of this will jet you up to level 40 faster back than back in 2007. Okay, anyway, I have a whole video on this, a guide video on how to level up efficiently. So you can go check that out if you're curious. What level is Engma? It starts at 41, guys, I believe. Yeah, 40 to 50. I would recommend 41, though, when you start it. But yeah, Engma, that's a good answer. What level is a region? All right, 48 to 49. That's a good answer. Okay. Is Lotra? So we already read that one. Nope, we already did that one. How much? We already know that one. How do I get to Rohan on Lotra? Go through Moria into Lothlorien. Once in Lothlorien, keep going east till you're at the Anduin River. Follow the Anduin River south into the Great River region, and Rohan is just south of that. Well, that's a good answer. This is a relevant answer. Can I solo Lotro? Yes, you can. Okay, so it just gave a video. I also have a video on the best soloing classes, if you guys are curious. But yes, the answer is yes. I don't know why they didn't just put yes, you can. Here's a video. But not a very good answer to just link a video for that one. Yes, you can solo in Lotro, absolutely. You can get all the way to 140 in Lotro with soloing. I'd recommend having friends. It's always nicer to play any game with friends. And if you want to play on CrickHollow with me and our group, you're welcome to join us. We have a nice little community here on Voice of the Rings, and everyone is welcome who wants to play Lotro with us and likes Tolkien stuff. But yeah, okay, moving on. How do you leave an instance in Lotro? All right, most instances have doors that you can walk through. That's a good answer, yeah, at the end. But you can also right-click on your portrait health bar and select leave instance. Yes, I've explained this to you guys in other videos, but this is a very good answer. Well done, Google. That is a good answer. All right, how do I join an instance? All right, currently the first start group talk. You invite people, and then one person starts it with the instance finding panel. Yep, okay. That seems fine. That seems right to me. How do I restart an instance in Lotro? Change the format of the instance Lotro. Okay, this is a new version. This is good. This is a good answer. I've talked about this in other videos, but it is a little bit weird. You have to kind of like go in, you have to change the level, and then it'll delete the other one, and then you can change it back and launch it, and it'll be refreshed. So this is a good answer right here. What about level is Mordor? 105 to 115. That's a good answer. Good answer, my friend. Okay. What is Mordor? Mordor? With an A? The Google answer misspelled it because it says the Lotro wiki here is Mordor, and it can say Mordor right here. Mordor. Oh, okay. Darkness or evil, which people fear. Visit to explore. And maybe Mordor is a word. What is Mordor? Murder. It brings up murder. Oh gosh. Never mind. Moving on. Google's having troubles there. How many chapters are in the Black Book of Mordor? 14. All right. Believe I knew that, but that sounds like a right answer to me. What do I do with old legendary items? Oh, this is a good one. I have a video on this, but so does it's also put up here Louis VII's video on it. All right. Yes, so legendary items in Lotro. The older ones, you're basically going to what you want to do is just off the top of my head, you want to quickly just go into the old legendary item thing in the bottom right, where they all are, and go and say like review or something. I can't think of the word right now. Basically, it gives you all of your special things out of them, right? Identify or something. That word, it's getting me. It'll come to me in a second. Don't you worry. How do I increase traces in Lotro? Again, it's just showing you videos. I have videos on these things. Oh, here's someone else's video. New legendary items. I don't know who this is. How do you find legendary weapons in Lotro? Again, you can get them in Moria and other things. But really, you're just going to get them at Rivendell now because of the update. So you're just going to go to Rivendell. I have a whole video on legendary items, guys. You can check all this on my video if you're curious about any of these Google questions. How do you get gold in Lord of the Rings? This is Rise to War. This is something else. What level is Forachel? 48 to 49. Yeah, that's about it. What level is Evendim? All right, 30 to 40. Yeah, that's true. How old is the Witch King of Engma? That's a good question. 4,209 years. Wow. All right, he's a scary boy. Who defeated Engma? Prince. Okay. Anyway, we're getting out of Lotro questions here. What is the best Zollin class in Lotro? All classes are viable. Great answer, Google. If you watch my video, I basically kind of get on the same boat, but there are some of them. But Champions probably is the best one to deal damage, and Captains is the best support class in the game. Okay, all right. Yes, I would agree with this first part, and yes, they are the best support class, but I don't know about soloing with Captains. Yes, they can solo easily too, but what's the easiest? What's the best? Yeah, Champions is one of the high ones, I think, probably. It's one of the most simple classes, and you do a lot of AoE damage and stuff. But they really all can. Go watch my video on that if you're curious. All right. Anyway, my friends, I think we've answered enough. What class should I play in Lord of the Rings Online? Well, yeah, this is okay. Basically, just showing you all the different things about them. Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of random. All right, my friends, you guys have a great, wonderful day in Middle-earth. Hopefully this was kind of fun for you. If you're here for the whole 38-minute video, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe if I do earn it. This was totally out of the blue. I just thought this would be fun to do. So, thanks for listening the whole time. Thanks to my wonderful Patreons, and for you guys for subscribing. Subscribe button's there if I earned it. Next episode for this playlist will be up there, and a load of Tale and content's over there. I do voiceovers to the Lord of the Rings Online. You guys have a wonderful day in Middle-earth, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. See ya.